All right, Organized Sound Podcast, welcome back. So, I'm very excited. First of all, I just hit 100 subscribers. I want to thank everyone very much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. YouTube's definitely been a grind, but these last couple videos I put out did really well, and that's exciting for me. So, definitely check them out if you haven't. That was Yams Day, A$AP Rocky's concert over at Barclays Center, and then a live video with Comethazine. And now I'm trying something very different. This is going to be a rap analysis video. I kind of have been playing around with some screen recording lately. Think I figured it out. So we're going to talk about rap, hip hop, and specifically we're talking about the Grammys and its relationship with hip hop. So the main person I need to talk about, the person in the thumbnail, is Drake. And Drake has completely dominated 2018. They very recently named him the most streamed artist of 2018, having the most streamed song of 2018 and the most streamed album of 2018. So it's a clean sweep. And I feel like going into Grammy season, he should be, quotes, should be excited in anticipating a win, but at the same time, I feel it's his award to lose, and that he kind of will, because the Grammys has tended to go away from the hip-hop contenders in the big three categories. The big three categories being Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year. And it really feels like Drake's the world's biggest artist, but is probably going to get snubbed. And I only say that looking at the past and looking at the way the Grammy has chosen to give out awards coming up to this. So let's go all the way back to 2004, which is the last album of the year for a hip-hop album. This was Outkast, and I believe that album was The Love Below. And we have not had an album of the year for rap since then. And there's been many notable artists since then. You know, any Kanye West album feels like it was more than deserving. We've had Eminem Recovery was a very good album, very high-selling album. I specifically want to look at last year, actually. So last year, Kendrick Lamar, Damn, had a lot of buzz around it, a lot of critical acclaim, but what ended up happening was, because the Grammy Selection happens between October, it goes October to October, so they don't have the clean-cut January to January year process. So Bruno Mars snuck in his 24 karat gold in 2016, and that became eligible for 2017 and ended up winning. Bruno ended up sweeping last year, and I kind of just wanted to take a look here. I did a little bit of research, which you can probably see from the tabs where we're going. If you just Google best albums of 2017, of course, the major publications all have their lists of who they thought had really good albums. So the top results are with the biggest, most corporate companies: NPR, Pitchfork, Rolling Stone, Billboard, The Guardian, Spin, Complex, Consequence of Sound, Vulture, and Noisy. All put forth their best albums of 2017. And if I'm going to look at the most reputable ones here, Kendrick Lamar, number one for Rolling Stone. NPR also felt Kendrick Lamar had the best album. Billboard.com had Kendrick Lamar at number one. And just to prove that I'm fair, New York Times put Kendrick Lamar at number 6. However, when we go back to this best albums of the year, for this whole front page, New York Times is not only the only people to have Kendrick Lamar outside of the top 5, they're the only people to have placed him outside of the top 2. And I saw quite a few lists in this scroll through that had Kendrick Lamar at number 2 with SZA at number 1. So kind of, in my opinion, you know, they're very much the yin and the yang. Same label, same artist. You know, I respect that choice as well. So I don't know. Give it to Bruno. I feel there was a lot of evidence to suggest that it should have been otherwise. And of course, if you do look back to 2016, I think a lot of people would have said Beyonce had the best album of the year. Of course, we saw her take a hard loss as well to Beck, I think it was. So I definitely put a very juicy title to this video, Grammy conspiracy, very Shane Dawson inspired title. But I'm really asking you guys here. First of all, do you think Drake deserves to win Album of the Year, Song of the Year, or Record of the Year? Do you feel like Drake is the biggest artist in the world right now? And do you think the Grammys has something against hip hop? So I definitely want to hear from you in the comments. Definitely tell me if you're excited to watch the Grammys this year and if you thought the nominees across the board were really good. And I'm hoping to do some more videos about this. Maybe we'll do a reaction for after the Grammys. And definitely subscribe if you haven't. There's that notification bell. Get on that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.